Hello, I'm Laura. It's Sunday, August 9th, 2026, and these are today's Heartlines. We begin a new weekly theme today of strong and steadfast. Now, where did I get such a theme? By looking at our headlines. With all of the violence and war and natural disasters and political struggles going on, it is so easy just to say, I give up. And frankly, I was ready to give up on these daily Heartlines because I thought, what can I talk about? What difference is it making when things keep repeating the same patterns over and over, when people keep struggling with things in life? And I realized that within me, and within all of us is an inner strength that is there like a great reserve of energy for us to tap into and to keep us going through even the most difficult times, whether they directly affect us or whether they affect us from our feeling for others. So, strong and steadfast is the theme. And today's example of that theme is being strong and steadfast in our vision of peace. Now, a vision of peace can be as fragile as a dry piece of spaghetti. Because as we look and hold a vision of peace between, for example, the U.S. and Iran, and we hear news like the most recent attack on a merchant vessel going through the Strait of Hormuz, well, we might just break down in that vision. Or as we hold a vision of peace for the people of Gaza and the ability to renew and rebuild and to find agreement with Israel. And yet we also hear of gaps in that agreement as there are hesitancies as to the sequencing of the process and as to total disarmament and ceasefire. We may feel a break in that vision. And as we hold a vision for peace in Russia and Ukraine, and yet we hear of increased attacks on Kyiv and increased attacks in Russia. There goes that vision. But let's remember that strength isn't never breaking down. It's never having moments of resignation and frustration. But it is taking that deep breath and finding new strength and new vision, because however many times it breaks, there is always more, because the resource is infinite spirit. So let's get in touch with that strength in us through our steadfast love. Let's take a deep breath and pause for a moment of silent contemplation as we hold this idea in our hearts. I am strong in my love for humanity and steadfast in my vision for peace. I am strong in my love for humanity and steadfast in my vision for peace. And so it is. So, we may be strong and steadfast day after day and still be looking for the shift to take place in our world. But let us remember, the longer we remain strong and steadfast, the more people will join us. And the more people will join them. And the more people will join them, until the whole world finds a new strength in love and a steadfastness in our united vision for peace. Thank you for joining me in that vision today, and have a wonderful day.